Following a database restore with move, you may find that your SQL Server logins don't work. And what's going on here is that, if you recall, the SQL Server security model is multi-level. There are logins that allow you access to the SQL Server instance, and then there are user IDs that give you the permissions to do what you need to do inside each database. These logins and user IDs are linked by a SID, a security ID. That value has to be the same. When you move a database, when you restore a database with move, that link is broken and it has to be reestablished. And that's pretty straightforward. Just in this case, we have just restored CIAC test, so we need to reestablish the link between the logins, which are instance specific, and the user IDs, which are database specific. So prior to SQL Server 2005 SP2, you are going to have to drop user and add user. So I'm going to drop the SQL Server user, Michelle SQL. Then I am going to add it again, this time to a login that is the same name, and it's going to link those two. It's going to assign the SID of the user ID the same value as the login. And now it's going to work. For systems SP2, 2005 SP2 onwards, you can use the following alter user code with login. In this case, it's just alter user Michelle SQL. That's the database user Michelle SQL. Attach it, connect it to the login called database test. They're not the same. User ID and login are not the same, but the SID of the user ID has been modified to match the SID of Michelle Test, and I'll show you in just a sec what that looks like. A few more useful commands show all of the Windows logins. An XP command is a kind of a go out to the operating system and do something with that. And here, this is my personal system, so you can see that I have the NT Authority service and my own personal login. Select from syslogins. These are the logins that have been created for this instance of SQL Server. And we have a Michelle SQL Server, a Michelle SQL login, and a Michelle Test login. Then sysusers, these are the user values, the user accounts that have been established for this database. But there's a lot more users than there are logins. So which of these users are valid? Orphan users don't work, and they're just hanging around, taking space. Go ahead and join SysSQL logins with sysusers on the SID. Remember, I said they had to match, and this is what we have in terms of valid login IDs and user IDs. And that's it for now.